Oh, in this Rehash Live, it all falls apart for Gia as it's revealed that she is the drama of the season. When did that happen? Also, which MAFS participant has lost their job because of the show? You'll find out, plus your memo me's and the sass line is open, baby. Let's do it.
You want the trash? I got it all for you. Let's rehash the mess together. A sassy hole that only speaks the truth. Nobody gaslights you better.
Hello there, I'm Wilko. I am the cult leader of the trash, mess, and drama. Put up my job title now! And I don't know about you, but it's time that we wrapped up this shit show, isn't it? I mean, like, how long has this been going for? We're about to get into episode 29. 29 is just around the corner. That's the one that's going to air tonight in Australia. It's the Commit Me. It is less than an hour away right now, depending if Channel 9's running on time. And a reminder that this is a live episode of Rehashed and it may contain spoilers for the season. I do try and steer clear of everything that's like too much of a spoiler. But I do like the trash, mess, and drama. So it's, it's a balance. Basically, this is everything that's happening off the main episodes of Married at First Sight Australia Season 13. Unlucky for some. Or 95%. I'm going to dip into the chat and say hi to you in just 1 second. But first, let's start off with some revelations and some unseen footage from the after the dinner party. So many people mentioned to me in the comments, and I don't know if they understand the channel or not, but people say to me, Wilko, why don't you watch the after dinner thing? And I'm like, every Sunday, every Sunday, I recap everything since it started every Sunday. Before we even start, I wish the show would just show us the footage in the show. You know what I mean? Because a lot of this unseen footage is calculated in its removal. They remove stuff that we need to see so they can milk the cash out of everyone and get everyone to pay extra so we can see all the bits that should have been there in the first place. Anyway, Booty and the Big Fish, they make an appearance because the last week has been all about the receipts. The receipts from 2 months ago. Yeah. Actually, longer now if we count. Anyway, they say that more should have been held to account. You know what I mean? Like for Beck. And for Gia too. Even though, she realized, she apologizes and then she doesn't change her behavior. It's just rinse and repeat for Gia and for Beck. When they're on the after dinner couch, it is quite obvious to me that I don't think that they're actually still together. This is not very coupley, is it? Also, Joel arrives for some tea to spill when he has his behind the scenes as well. So he's there for all the behind the scenes stuff with G-Banger, which he had a problem with him. And then remember, they were good for a hot second. And obviously, Gia, TV wife, Juliette, or Deluju, and Joel Mio, he says that he knew that this was a pre-planned attack with the receipts and he knew it was going to happen. And he's called out because he didn't say anything about it. He could have outed all of them, but he says, no, that was not his space to go against his TV bride, which the Big Fish, David, I think jokingly, decides to jump up and take off his shirt, which is great for all of us, joke or not. Thanks, Peck Daddy. They even show us a clip of Gia basically coaching Juliette on what she should say come the Commit Me couch time to defend herself against her calling her calling baggage a dumb Oh, I have to do it live. Otherwise I say oh.
I'm done. I'm actually done.
There's things that are gonna save us. People aren't dumb. You think everyone's gonna watch this and agree with Beck?
Nothing's going to save you. I'm really sorry. Juliette the whole time is saying that she wants to go home and Gia is trying to amp her up as much as she can to blow it all up against Beck before she walks, okay? So then the conversation, just after this conversation actually, Gia's in the bathroom and then she tells Beck that Juliette, I'm not making any of this up. This is all really happening. Gia tells Beck that Juliette's going to bring up the screenshots and she confirms that they're the comments about Alissa, okay?
No, she's bringing the screenshot. I sent her like 4 weeks ago and she's printed them out. I just found out. I'm actually doing something nice right now. So shush.
Are you really doing something nice? Okay. I have many thoughts about this. Let's start with why are production recording them while they're in the bathroom? Like, I've seen it so much this season and I feel weird every time, but like the crew listening to women going to the bathroom just feels weird to me. What's in the contract? Can they film you literally no matter where you are, like record you in the, I don't know. It's very odd to me. Secondly, Gia is fucking diabolical. But you know what? We knew this, but now it's confirmed, so it feels a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like, we knew that she was pulling the strings to try and manipulate, but now it's like really, like, it's confirmed. So no matter what she says in the media and around, and we're going to get to that towards the end of this episode, trust me, she's been out saying some stuff. It also proves that Beck is also full of it because she knew before Juliette said anything about the text that they were out there. So why so shocked? Why so shocked? Why? Why baggage? Why are you so shocked on the couch there? Like, oh, what? Also, the people on the couch here, you know, Big Peck Daddy, The Booty, and Jolmio, they're also shocked. I'm pretty sure all of this stuff would have come out at the reunion. So don't tell me that you haven't already seen this. Stop pretending that this is brand new information.
It makes no sense.
She is the one that is in the middle of it all. I cannot.
She is the one in the, this is new information to me. I don't think it is. The best part is Gia then goes back to Juliette to tell her, keep up, to tell her that Beck knows about the screenshots and someone in production told her when it was Gia all along, and Gia just confirmed it. Actually, Gia, bring it in. Hey, Gia, G-Banger. Tell us again how you're not into high school drama because you're a mum and you're very busy and you're not into it. Just tell me all about that. Because it seems like that you love drama. Like you fucking love it. And then Gia manipulates even more with Cowboy Chris.
We can't back her.
What?
We can't back Juliette.
Why?
Just trust me.
Why don't?
No, I'm not either.
Fuck.
Okay?
Yeah.
And how gross that the cowboy just went along with it. Just ditching someone he called a friend in Juliette all because Gia told him to. That looks really fucking bad. That's really, really bad. We also find out that Joel wrote stay. You know when Juliette did the fucking leave thing? So Juliette wrote leave and we didn't get to see the decision, but apparently he wrote stay. Why? Joel's lost me now. Like, he's lost me that he wrote stay. Apparently Joel also has Juliette blocked. Don't worry. I don't think she called you a pig. What was the other word that she called him? Chuck it in the chat. One of the gays, actually, let's get to the chat before we get to one of the gays because I need to say hello to all of the sweet baby angels. Okay. Chris is a bad guy. Okay. Cowboy Chris, oh wait, here we go. Cowboy Chris is giving icky vibes big time. Thank you, sweet baby angel member D. You know, G is the one who ruined friendships and made exes hate each other. As in, do I know personally or can I just guess that? Super chat. I'm going to just guess it. I'm just going to guess it. Welcome to Ken, who's a new Sweet Baby Angel member. Brooke is also here, and Brooke has said, celebrating 10 months of being a member here. Thank you so much, Brooke. But Brooke has said, hi, SD8, can't believe on the 24th, 4 years ago, in the live, we started calling this a cult. Who started it? I don't know if it was me. D also sent through a super chat and said, thank you for your dedication to the SBAs. We love you and your sassy sense of humor. That's very sweet of you. The indoors woman. Oh, Jess, I've sent you an email back. Your memo me didn't come through, okay? Memo me. And I really want it. I want it, baby. So send it through again. You sent me an email. There was just nothing attached. Classic. I do it all the time. Deb also said, thank you for the super chat. This season, we need to do a count of who isn't in the bin. It's so funny because it's so true. You know what I mean? It was a rat and a dog. No. A rat bitch was Alissa, right? Rat bitch was Alissa. And here's a question from Billy that says, have I chatted with Gia? You think she's going to contact me? Gia, the phone line's open. If you send me a text message on WhatsApp, and this goes for anyone, if you want to chat to me tonight, you can just send me a message that says, Wilko, I want to chat. Here's my name. You can say where you're from if you want, or you can just say, hey, Wilko, I want to be anonymous. That's fine as well. Gia, you can be anonymous. Send me a message and I'll open up the SAS line at the end. That is the number. There is also a link in the description, so it is easy for you to get in contact with me. Okay, we're going to get to more of your chitty chats and hopefully some memo me's. Because apart from Jess, who tried to send one, none have come through. So you can still send them through memome@rehashed.com.au, or you can just shoot them through on the WhatsApp and I will play them as well. Let's get on to one of the gays. Sam is on the after dinner couch, and there is a bit of an unseen bit that shows Sam saying to the cowboy before walking to the dinner party that all Chris would have had to have done was genuinely apologise, and that would have cleaned the slate for both of them.
You're trying to help me with what? A genuine apology? You wanted to do it here, so we're going to do it here.
And then, do you remember the Chris strut, how he strutted so far in front of him? It was very gay drama coded and I loved every second of it. The whole situation is insane. Chris refused just to listen to his partner, who has never really pushed back and made any drama for any reason. And the one time that he says, hey, this threw me off a bit, you shut him down and then you act like this. No wonder you are BFFs with Gia. You are gagging for the drama that she doesn't have time for because she's a mum. You know what I mean?
Sam, you just lost the best thing that ever fucking happened to you. I dealt with your fucking shit. Sorry that I can facilitate that lifestyle, but I do have a farm and I do have a property in Sydney. I'm sorry, babe.
Okay, so I guess it's all about the money because you could put him up in Sydney. Oh, thanks, Daddy. And then he also comes for Sam's living arrangement, saying that he lives in a share house. He apparently doesn't pay for dinners, and Sam is all about the coupons. And I have a boyfriend who loves a coupon. He loves a discount. So, hey, it's 2026 and it's very expensive. And thank you for all the super chats, but you know what? It's tough being a creator on the internet who doesn't flash his dick. I would if it was worth flashing. So I'm all for my boyfriend, seeing the coupons, having the discounts. Sure, I mock him mercilessly for it. But secretly, I'm pretty happy with it. So, you know what? You've actually missed out. Also, Gia is laughing about how he clearly doesn't have enough money. Sam doesn't have enough money. It's just really gross. And also, what is Chris talking about taking Sam's shit for all these weeks? What shit? I think we've seen about 15% of this relationship on screen. Also, let's break it down. He brought up a thing that made him feel off in a respectful way, and you've blown it into this, to shit can him and ripping on him like that. Clearly, you never really liked him to talk about him in this way. It's really poor fucking behavior. And again, in this economy, let's not shit on discounts. The cult daddy loves a discount. I'm all for it. I make my boyfriend do all that legwork. I don't want to figure it out, but who doesn't love a special? Even if it's not true and I think I'm getting one. Also gross that you would look down on someone for having less than you. That goes for both the cowboy and G-Banger. Shame on both of you. Shame. Sam says that he bought the groceries for the house and Chris bought the weekly dinners out, and that seems fair to me. And he also clarifies that he doesn't just live in a share house, but he lives with his best friend. And again, to save a buck in this climate, why not? Sam says Chris can't be wrong, and I actually really agree with that. He didn't like being wrong at all. How can you deal with conflict resolution if you're just going to deflect and shit on him anytime any issue is brought up? An issue doesn't necessarily mean you're wrong. It just means that the issue has to be talked about. Anyway, we know that one is absolutely dead in the water. I don't even need to see the commit me tonight. Absolutely, I know that one's dead in the water. Let's get to some chats. When Chris had the mini eye roll at Sam. Yes, when it was first happening. Absolutely. And Tony wants to chat on the phone line's up. I think we're going to be busy on the phone line tonight, guys. Yeah, let's not even get into him being an empath. I've got some interview bits of some radio rounds that all the Love Lab Rats have been doing, and Sam was on Fox in Melbourne with Fifi, Fev, and Nick, and he did make a little dig about whether or not we all want to make the decision if Chris is actually an empath. My son is too old for him, though. Oh, that's a shame. When I see someone whose face is pumped full of filler, they have insecurities. Yeah, look, I'm all good for you like making modifications to make yourself feel better, but I think you also have to go, what's wrong in here? I couldn't find my heart, guys. Is that a sign that I don't have one? Beck and G acted like best friends straight after filming. Oh, I'm going to get to that, Costawog boy. I'm absolutely going to get to that. Also, your name is Costawog boy. That's just not me being rude. One of the Veneer twins is also on the couch. It's Scotty, because Gia is still avoiding this show like the plague. And Scott is still hurting over it being over with her, and how she announced before the show has even gotten close to ending, I know that's scary to say, that she has moved on.
I would wake up before we go to a dinner party at 5 a.m. I'd sit where she was getting makeup done, and I'd sit there till she finished. I would take her away every weekend. I never let her pay for a cent. I would just nurture her, and I'd just cop so much shit.
I don't know. I really hope it's him being real and not putting on, the crocodile tears. And we've seen how she manipulates all of the people, and Scott clearly was being controlled more than anyone else. Even more than Deluju. Apparently, she would give him ultimatums and try to get him to do what she wants. There's also an unseen bit where you hear Gia talking about her behavior, and she knows exactly how she's acting, and she also knows why. She says why in these behind-the-scenes bits. It's actually crazy. Scott wouldn't say that he loved her, and because he wasn't ready, she felt vulnerable, like she had given him the power, and then to try and balance things out, she started negging him to like put him in his place, which is why you see, which is also why G-Banger has also such a great issue with Stella. I mean, I was so perplexed in the Rehashed episode, I don't know, where she like ran to hug Stella at the dinner party, and I'm even more perplexed now.
Scott, look this way, please. Don't talk to those sluts. Don't talk to Stella. Love you, don't. Scott kind of had his back to her, and she was kind of like, well, Scott, you're telling me this, telling me about that. I'm like, it's not a secret that I don't really like Stella. I just find her, I don't know, icky.
It's just so weird to me. Like, they're all so two-faced. Like, people come for Beck, and, oh, God, and everyone loves to come for me if I'm a little bit too hard on Beck or a little bit too hard on Gia. Everyone's like, you're too pro Gia. Actually, you're too pro Beck. You're not pro any of them. I just think they're terrible. They're really terrible. Like, they're really terrible people who need to do a lot of work on the inside. All right, let's get to some chitty chats before we get to some stuff from the Daily Mail Unleashed. He actually looked really sad. D, stop opening your mouth. I don't think she's ever going to stop opening. Even though she doesn't love the drama, she's never going to stop. Stella is naturally beautiful, so probably she felt intimidated. Maybe that could have been it. Thank you very much for the super chat.
Super chat.
Who won the Scotch finger bang? Well, I'm going to tell you at the end of this. I'm not going to announce the winner. I'm just going to tell you when you're going to find it out, because I've got to drag it out. This cost me $2.50, this packet. And I've got 2 packets, one for the Sweet Baby Angel members and one for everyone else in the cult. So that's like $5. That's really expensive. All right, let's get on to, thank you very much for your chats. More on that in just a second. Oh, and I've got some memo me's coming through. Remember, you can still send them through. Memo me at rehashed.com.au, and also you can shoot them through on WhatsApp, or if you want to chat live with the SAS line, you can at the end of this live show. All right, over with the Daily Mail, their little MAFS cash in. Hey, we all do it, I can't judge. We find out that Juliette wasn't at G-Banger's birthday bash because we saw that Beck was there. So we were confused because we know that her new boyfriend was there and Beck was there. So why no Deluju? That's so weird to all of us.
I got disinvited. Got invited like late notice, I think, as well. And then because Beck was there, she told me that she didn't want me there because Beck's going to be there.
Apparently it wasn't the right move because Gia didn't want party drama and Beck was going to be there. Juliette seems to think that this request for her not being there was from Beck. She also says that Joel matched her MAFS order, her drive-through order, a little bit. And she also thought that he was much older than she was comfortable dating when she walked down the faux TV marriage aisle. She also wanted a different type of comedy than what Joel Mio was serving up. But she wasn't scouted by the show. She applied herself because just like you and me, she believed in the science.
I applied to Lulu. I applied to Lulu for sure.
No. It's Deluju. I know it's tough to say at first, but you'll actually get the hang of it. Deluju. Deluju says that she knows people want to give, she wants her to, people wanted to give more context as to why she acted the way that she did, but she says that she feels uncomfortable pushing a certain someone under the bus. That certain someone being Joel. It's absolutely Joel that she's talking about.
But there's been stuff where it's like I did have to report some stuff to like producers and they had to have chats with them.
She says she doesn't want to talk bad, but that's a weird turnaround to not say things. Like, if he did stuff, say it. What do you have to lose at this point? Like, I don't understand. It feels like you're saying that he did stuff, but you don't actually have anything. So I don't know. She does own up to her being cruel, but she said it was because she felt caged and she also felt unheard. Joel has also done an interview with the Daily Mail, and between this and his after-dinner interview, I don't know. There's definitely something off. And I think it's just about his personality. There's something amok. I just can't figure out exactly what it is. I don't believe that he was in the experiment for the wrong reasons, but the way that he's carrying on now and embellishing is far too much for me, and I just don't think it's believable now. He is still perplexed as to why Juliette wouldn't love the wedding speeches from him and his mummy dearest. Well, all of it was just a little bit cringe. You know what I mean? And he was like 90% funny, 10%, heart, that's fine. And I was like, oh, sure. But I love gear. That makes it sound like I love drugs. I love gear. I love the boom tish. Listen, I'm such a tryhard trying to be funny on this fucking channel. But it just didn't land as funny. I don't know who found it funny. She said that she have lost her, should she have lost her shit about everything that he did? No. But I mean, you could admit, Joel, that it was cringe, right?
I can't deal with women who are erratic and dramatic. I don't do roller coaster rides.
That's so weird that you're saying that, because if all the rumors are true with who you're with now coupled up with package Beck, that's so weird, because as we've seen, she loves the drama, the roller coaster, the ups, the downs, the erratic. Apparently he is best friends with Danny. So it's just saying that makes me think maybe he's not with Beck. But actually, him being best friends with Danny is probably more of a shock than... Also, best friends? I don't know. That's weird. We throw that around too much. He also addresses the wedding speech from his mummy.
But I was a gluttonous pig. I am a gluttonous pig, and I will always be a gluttonous pig. So she was right. But it's banter. It's joke. Yeah. We're having that's our relationship.
And apparently he also only gets the back scratches from mummy twice a year. It's only twice a year, guys. That's basically nothing. That's once every 6 months. Okay? Look at that math. Speaking of not weird, Teddy makes an appearance. I still don't know how I feel about it, guys.
If I'm in the lounge room, Teddy's with me. If I'm in bed, Teddy's with me. Whichever room I'm in, Teddy's with me.
Okay. He doesn't regret his experience, but he says that he would have been better off paired with anyone else apart from Juliette and Gia. Anyone else. Maybe even Danny. You know what I mean? Dip your toe in, see what happens. Then I get even more confused with Joel, and he says that he was hiding from the world before the MAFS experiment, social media-wise. But when he said that, I'm like, well, that's not true, because there's a video of you playing the drums with dildos. This guy is clearly riding a huge high, and he even thanks Juliette for calling him the star of the show, because he thinks it's kind of made him so, even though he keeps saying, oh, I'm not going to call myself the star of the show, but I think it's happened. The whole thing is weird for me to watch. It's all going to his head. His little 15 minutes. And I think he's going to crash really hard when he finds out that people don't give a shit about this show 2 weeks after it's finished, okay? They just don't. And then I run a channel. I see the numbers. People don't care after it. He then says Juliette doesn't exist to him and he will never speak to her again. I don't know what to believe from any of these people this year. They contradict themselves so much. I just can't. Let's get to the chitty chat and find out what you're all saying. Yeah, Teddy in the bathroom. That's weird. I'm pretty sure they feel the same way about hating me. Being filmed. I'm assuming we mean in the bathroom. I'm trying to catch up on the chat, guys. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, and she just couldn't even, but he wasn't even really telling her off. He skirted around it again. Joel marrying his breast with his mother is a bad taste. And Brooke says this season unhinged. Yeah, that's good. We'll pause it there. We'll come back to the chat in a second. So you know how Steph, she was the failed submissive with the MAGA guy, Tyson. She got herself a new boyfriend and she also sat down and had a chat. Nothing interesting comes out from this chat apart from this.
Funnily enough, found love with Aaron post-experiment and it's just so nice. Magically just have this amazing guy that I always knew I wanted.
Magically happened. I guess, guys, the science works. You can't question it. It works in mysterious ways. Like, even though it matched her with Tyson, which was not good for her, even though it all seemed on paper like it should have worked. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like she was into it. Malicious is mad because she doesn't want to hear the word submissive again. I'm really sorry. I did say failed submissive. You know what I mean? Because he wants to be a dominant. And I know in your world, just gathering from some of your comments, you actually live in that world, in the fun, factual version of it. But that's not what Tyson meant. Also, he didn't mean what submissive meant either. Hey, let's talk about Beck because it has been revealed by Woman's Day that Beck has allegedly lost her job because of what's gone down in this season of MAFS. She had been working in sales at a manufacturing company in Adelaide, but the show started airing. They suggested that she take some time off. She declined. They kept saying that if she kept doing more publicity to promote the show, then, that would be a problem, so don't do that. And after that dinner, they told her, don't come back in. Apparently, she was gobsmacked when the axe dropped. She's currently looking for more work, but not having much luck. Also, Woman's Day in that article noted that this has also happened to Olivia. Remember Oblivia back in 2022? God, that feels like a decade ago. That feels so long ago when she was fired from her role as a school teacher before moving into OnlyFans. And you know what, guys? All of us have that option. Like, not me, because no one wants to pay for that. But, all of us have those options. Let's get to the chitty chat. I hope Gia's not allowed back. Yeah, there's questions. There's some questions about her work at the moment, but I couldn't find anything solid on that. There's just some rumors on the Reddit. A drastic change? No. I think losing a job makes sense. Make me. God, could you imagine? Could you imagine if I just went, guys, I've started an OnlyFans? That's how you know that I'm desperate. I'm desperate. Thank you, Sammy. The science works. You get it. Jeez. You get it. Okay. Let's talk about Sam, or one of the gays. Sam, let me just double check. Oh, yeah, he's there. Sam was on the Fox Breakfast Radio. Oh, someone's trying to call in. Not just yet, my sweets. Not just yet. We're going to do the calls at the end of the show. One of the guys, Sam, was on Fox Breakfast Radio in Melbourne this week, and he was pretty measured with all of his responses, everything that's gone down with him and Chris. It's made pretty clear by the tone alone that there's not a lot of love loss. There were a couple of takeaways from this interview, though. One, that he thinks that we're not seeing the full connection between one specific couple.
Well, I have to say with Beck and Danny, there's a lot of unseen stuff of them. They really did get along. And there was a lot of flirtation and their personalities really blended, which we're not seeing in the show at all. Oh. So although when Beck said, I love you, I actually had a conversation with Beck before that commitment ceremony because she was talking about how she might do it. I'm like, please don't. Like, it's just not going to go well. But it wasn't as outrageous as it seems for us watching it. Like, it was kind of like, oh yeah, but probably just a little bit soon. But now, like, watching it through, I guess, like, seeing Danny's voxies and how he's talking in those and stuff, you're like, oh wow, he really wasn't into it as much as her. But
no, I also love that he tried to talk Beck out of it. Yeah, I don't know if you should do that. Yeah. And he also didn't know how much Danny wasn't into it until watching his little producer confessionals. He also gave us this little tidbit, which I was obsessed with.
Do you talk to any of the cast anymore? Are you mates with anyone?
I can say, like, I chat to most of the boys. We actually have a group chat with every single guy except Tyson. Shock.
What a stain that bloke was. Oh, God.
Yeah, and then, I am friends with most of the girls, yeah. But at the same time, I live in Adelaide, so I'm pretty far away from everyone, so I've pretty much fallen back into my own life.
Yeah. God, and he just sounds so Adelaide. If you've ever lived in Adelaide or you got friends that are from Adelaide, he's Adelaide. He sounds like Adelaide. And also, I love that the only one not in the boys' clique is Tyson. Well, to be fair, even if they wanted him in it, he said that he wants nothing to do with all the other Love Lab rats. Apart from Stella, he kind of liked her, which is wild because to me, she seems like probably the most headstrong woman and career-focused in the whole, you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. All right, Scotty, one half of the Veneer twins, was on Triple M, WA with Robbie and Carly, and he was pretty forthright with how shit it was with all the details of his TV ex-wife's new lover dropping before the series has even come close to an end. He also wanted to make things very, very clear for those who are blaming the edit and the producers who are telling them what to do, of those people being Gia.
I'm going to make something very clear for everyone out there that's listening. Nothing is scripted. No one tells you what to do. I don't care what anyone says. You have your own human rights. It is entirely up to you what you want to say and how you want to perceive. Like, producers don't just say, oh, I'll say this. What they do is they go, oh, what do you think about this that this person said about you? It's up to you what reaction you want to give. All they show is an accelerated version of your own personality, because at the end of the day, are you going to film yourself when you're being a bad person and post it on your Instagram? No. So this is just a whole new light for people to see how they really are acting.
So I don't know if that puts it to bed, but do you know how many messages I get every single season of people going, Wilko, these people are actors, right? Like, well, the ones that I've spoken to or gone out and had a beer with, and yes, I've met some Love Lab rats over the years, just to find out exactly what goes on behind the scenes from their perspective. So, take it for a grain of salt. But they're not actors. Like, some of them do acting, like Ryan the Warrior. Oh, good times. Like, he's not dead, but, we'll never see him again. Well, unless he says something about Jackie online again. But they're not actors. They're just unhinged. And some of them are easily manipulated by producers. I have to push back a little bit on Scott and say producers do manipulate. They absolutely manipulate things, but you still say it. So whether or not they're saying, go on, say it, if you say it, then that's still on you. Gia has dropped a video, Gia, because she had to respond to those things that Scott was saying on the radio. And if she didn't look bad, or if she didn't look good on the show, let me say that. If she didn't look good on the show, this video is doing her absolutely no favors.
Can I just say, the radio things are so cute and sweet of you, Scott. But elephant in the room, the bigger problem here that we probably should address is why you don't know how to spell or read or write. It's not ominous, and an epiphany is something that is a moment that comes to you in your brain, like a light bulb moment of, oh my God, I've got a thought that's crazy. It's an epiphany. So when you use epiphany, as Gia and I had a big epiphany last night, but we got through it. You mean tiff. And it's anonymous. And things aren't, you're not setting the stone, you're setting the tone. So how about we do radio interviews about that and getting education back on track than worrying about what the fuck my daughter's doing, because let me tell you, she's so good, she's great, and you never cared when we broke up. You never cared at all. You literally ghosted me after the show because there was no more cameras. So why don't you shut up okay? And I would be saying more, but number one, I'm just cut off from publicity. Number two, I actually am in love and in the best relationship I've ever been in my life. It's not a fling. It's not just a whatever. It's like the best relationship I've ever been in my life. And you're not one to dictate on how quickly someone can fall in love when you couldn't get there, doll. In many ways, you couldn't get that. So here's some tea for y'all. And yeah, healing from my laparoscopy. As you can see, I've got cuts all over me, but I just didn't go on stand show because I was scared and I lied and I made up surgery. Anyway, have a great day, guys.
Thanks, G-Banger. We are going to have a great day. Now, I feel ashamed that I don't know what a laparoscopy is. Okay, so it's keyhole surgery, minimally invasive surgery technique used to diagnose, treat conditions. Okay, all right. So she's had that. I really feel like all the Grey's Anatomy that I watched, and I watched up until, no, I won't say who died, but someone pivotal died. That doesn't really narrow it down, doesn't it? Because everyone eventually dies in that show. Okay, so apparently that's one of the reasons why she didn't end up going on the show. What do I say about that? You know what I say about that? Gia, for everything that you say about the show manipulating you, the producers trying to get you to do what they wanted and you being, egged on to create drama, you filmed that video all by yourself and you put it on the internet all by yourself. And whether you like Scott or you don't like Scott, you just, as someone who has previously taken care of people with a disability, made fun of him, and you shared a bed with him and said that you were either in love with you in love with him. You know what I mean? Like, you got a tattoo with this guy. I don't know. I feel like that just reinforces everything that we know about you from the show. It doesn't help the situation. Anyway, also last week, I showed you a video of Beck being at G-Banger's birthday party, which we were all very much confused about, considering how much they hated each other. And we also heard that earlier that Juliette was disinvited from the celebrations. But the question still remains, why was Beck there?
So by January this year, she's at your birthday party, you love each other. What has happened since? Because that's not on the show. So this isn't even a spoiler. You can just give us the intel.
Yeah, she was very worried about her edit and wanting to be close with people with good edits, and it came across very fake to me, where I'm like, I don't care if you're the most hated person in the country. If you're my friend, you're my friend. That's just me. But yeah, things started changing a little bit after my birthday. There was a couple instances where I felt like I couldn't trust her, and there was things being said behind my back, and I thought, oh, this is like the show all over again, where we're really not ever going to be actual friends, are we?
So did it blow up on a text message, like you and her cracked it at each other?
Yeah, we started doing radio, like with you guys, and she did it, and then, we both said, oh, well, we basically were told we've got to play into not being friends, so we did that. But then it started being like, well, actually what you said kind of pissed me off, and I thought we were pretending, and then it started being like, okay, well, maybe we just don't like each other, and it just became like two worlds colliding of like, are we pretending it, or do we just not like each other?
Because peek behind the curtain, we try to get back on, and she said you're not friends anymore.
She won't talk
to you because we're going to get you together, have a little biffo.
I won't talk to her as well. It's mutual.
Oh, I'm just obsessed with it all. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just obsessed with it all. And this is the problem with this season, and this is why I'm so desensitized, and I'll announce it here. This is the last time that I'm going to follow a MAFS season with every single episode. Like, I'll do certain episodes and maybe I'll do a weekly thing, or maybe I'll just follow a particular couple or whatever. But this is the last season of me doing every single episode. And it's for a number of reasons, mostly because of the production. I hate how they are forcing people to spend extra money to go and get the full story. I hate that. Like, you already make so much money off this fucking show. I hate that. I understand capitalism and all that shit, but it's just gross to me. So I don't love that. And then you will take away things from the main show that we've all invested in, and then you'll go and hide them behind a paywall, and you'll go, well, you won't get to find these things out. Like, you can't invest. Like, that would be like me putting up a MAFS season, but not giving you the dinner party things and putting them just up for members. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Like, if you're getting people to invest in a season, that's crazy. Also, you come for creators who want to support the show. So another reason why I'm not going to promote it constantly next season. I might support other MAFS franchises more, but the Australian one, and after this season, you have deliberately put rage bait in. And I know that we've had rage bait over the seasons, but there has to be a balance of you putting people in, but still actually matching them and thinking that they might work. They might be polarizing characters, but everyone deserves love. And you still have to think that they might work. There's so many couples this season that you knew weren't going to fucking work. And it's so crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, I know there's a lot of people who watch MAFS just through Rehashed and everything like that, but following every single episode when it's just rage bait is so boring. It's so boring. And also, we don't get to see everything. So, like, stop doing flashbacks and show us everything. And I know the Channel 9 team watches these videos. And I know Endemol Shine watches these videos. So think about it. Like, just fucking think about the show that you're creating, or in turn, the show that you're ruining, because of how much you just want the drama. It's the craziest season yet. You know, like, we love the trash mess and drama, but when it looks try hard, we're not interested. It's absolutely, like, you could have had there were so many good things that we could have just seen in the show and storylines that we could have followed that we didn't need all this extra shit. Anyway, let's get to some Memo Me's. Oh, shall we? Shall we? Memo me time. Let's see what Maz has got to say. Naz, sorry, should I say. Naz has sent through a memo me. Let's have a little listen.
Hi, Wilko. This is a fan from South Africa, and I recently came upon your channel rehashing the MAFS AU season, and must say, really enjoying your humor and your take on the shenanigans that are happening.
Naz.
Look, I don't know. I think it is pretty obvious at this point that Beck and Gia are incredibly insecure women. And it's very ironic that both of them have done physical body modifications in different ways. But they still seem to be stuck in that mindset of whatever made them insecure growing up. And I think you see that play out in the way they treat the other woman, one another, and like even in their relationships. I think there are a lot of parallels between Beck and Danny and Scott and Gia. Even though I do think Scott is physically attracted to Gia, I still do think Gia finds some sort of insecurity that he doesn't really like her, no matter how much he reassures her of that fact. And then she sabotages that relationship as well. And she's also quite a tyrant behind the scenes. I was surprised to see how much of a pushover Scott was. And then with regards to Beck and Danny, I can't decide on Danny. I go so back and forth with him. On the one hand, I do think that they do have some sort of chemistry, and he does certain things that makes me think he really does like her. But ultimately, I think maybe it's just the physical attraction, as he said, is not there. But I do wonder, had it not been for all of the drama that Beck had been involved with throughout the season, if they might have actually had a chance, or if it was just from the outset and throughout that he knew this wasn't going to work and he was just riding it out.
Oh, thanks, Naz. Oh, I love the thought that went into that. You know what I mean? Like, just so much thought. Very, very thoughtful. I can see bits and pieces. Like, if Danny didn't like her at all, he wouldn't try as hard. Oh, maybe. Oh, God, I struggle with that because I also think that maybe he's just trying hard because he wants to come out of this scot-free, just like Gia did. Oh, the scot-free jokes will never get old for me. You know what I mean? Like, they will just never, ever get old. All right, I have to grab another one because luckily, Jessica ended up sending hers through, which is great news because she didn't attach it the first time. So, Jess, your memo me.
Hi, Wilko. This is Jessica from Pennsylvania in the States. So excited to do a memo me with you. I just need a montage of all of the guilty faces we have seen on this season. The face that Steven gave on the stand after the dinner party where the video of him talking to Beck about the finger episode. Gia, after Juliette mentioned that she was where she got the text from, and then Beck, when David revealed that he'd seen them, those faces are freaking priceless. On this week's Stan episode, Scott almost made me cry. He actually seems really sweet. And my opinion of him has completely changed.
He did seem
and
sweet.
He seems so actually nice and genuine. We must protect Sam at all costs. Chris, how dare you? So the people that deserve to be thrown into the bin this week are Beck, per usual, Chris now for hurting Sammy, and Gia doesn't even deserve the bin. She should go in the wood chipper, especially after all that was revealed on the mask after the dinner party. What a manipulator and fibber, liar, fibber. Thanks.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Jess. Jessica, sorry, you did say Jessica. Sorry, it's very Australian to just give everyone a shortened version of their name because we're all very, very lazy. Kane has also, Kane has sent one through and it's just come through now.
Hi, Wilko. This is Kane, a member from Kampala in Uganda. Absolutely love the show.
Thank you.
Absolutely love Rehashed. I've gone through the past seasons. This season is such a mess. What I would say is that as part of the science, I think they should make it mandatory that these guys have therapy sessions because so many of the issues that we're seeing, the behavior, especially from the women this season, absolutely disgusting. They need therapy. Danny really just seems like he wants to maintain a certain image just because he said he wanted to ride or die. He's just sticking with Beck and excusing her behavior when deep down we know he doesn't.
Agree.
He doesn't believe in it and he would leave at a moment's notice. I really hope he does. Anyway, there's so many people for the bin. I think you need to upgrade the bin and give us another ceremony. Keep doing what you do. Love your show.
Thanks, Kane. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. All right, let's get a call going. Antonia would like to have a little chitty chat. So we're going to do that. We're going to get Antonia up and have a chat with her because you can call the SAS line or just send me a text message. And hopefully we can have a little chitty chat. And Antonia.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
Good, thank you. You sound slightly nervous. Don't be nervous. Nobody watches the channel. You know that. You know what I mean? You can see my stats.
Oh, shush.
Antonia, you normally send a memo me. This week you're a live chat because you didn't have time. Thoughts on the week that was? Feedback week.
I actually thought like you did a really good job because like I rewatched all of your videos this week and I was just like, yeah, well, I was like, it was kind of boring, like, you know, and then the after show of like, oh my God, Gia's such a bad person. And I'm like, yeah.
No, we've known that. We've known that for quite a while.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I just was kind of like, okay, thank you for the heads up, I guess.
Yeah, it's so weird when they like, and I'm confused with the after show now because at the reunion, that's when we saw all the receipts, right? So they would keep a lot of stuff. And then I'm like, so at the reunion, what happens? Because these people are like, they're either pretending to be shocked and this is the first time they've seen everything, or they haven't seen this stuff. And then I'm like, well, what's going to be in the reunion?
Right. Yeah. Like, I'm like, there's nothing else. But like you were saying, and I agree with you, is that like, we don't get a lot of like the footage. And then like, for some reason, at least for me, I get like this whole like 15-minute segment for Flex. And I'm like, I know more about Flex now than I do about MAFS.
You know, what's so funny? I skipped past it because I don't have time for it in my brain. When it first happened, I thought it was a mistake. I was watching
I thought it was an ad.
Yeah, I was like, this is the weirdest ad. And from what I've surmised with Flex, and I know a lot of people have messaged me, I've received messages and emails of people saying, Wilko, what the fuck is Flex? And people seem mad that the promos are so long, because some of them are around 3 minutes, which are very long. So from what I can gather, and I asked a couple of friends who work at Channel 9, it's a reality show and it's going to be done on socials. But I don't understand to what extent or where it's going to be. But I'm pretty sure it's done by Endemol Shine because it's been promoted during that time. But I don't fully understand it. Obviously, it's like young people, and maybe I really need to watch all of the little Flex episodes. But
Don't.
Don't?
You don't.
Okay.
Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah.
I thought I was like dying slowly, especially with the guy that's like, I'm so sexy and I'm an escort, but everybody's insecure that I am. And I'm like, okay, I think you need to be on MAFS because everybody else feels the same way. They feel that they're sexy, but they're all insecure.
Well, a lot of them like got to this point to be like less insecure, but them fixing the outside just didn't really fix the inside, which is a real problem. Antonia, where are you in the States?
I'm actually in Hawaii right now. It's flooding, so
she's
so
fancy.
right now, we're
She's fancy.
So we're doing a lot of flooding. I'm taking care of my grandmother, but
That's sweet. So is there any other reality shows that you're like, because for whatever reason, the world is obsessed with Australian MAFS. And I kind of get it because we're so unhinged. I get it. I look at these people on the show and I'm like, well, I would watch this. That's why I watch American reality because I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? But is there any reality show that you're like, apart from MAFS, just as interested in?
I do like most of the time I do like 90 Day Fiance. Right now it's getting kind of weird. And then, I don't really understand Love Island, to be honest. I just don't. I know my friends really like that one. But I also like MAFS UK. But I think it's just like, I love like all the accents. And then, that's how I found you, was because I'm like, oh my God, there's an Australia one. And then you popped up first and I was like, yes, I love this guy. Watch him. Continuously.
Wow. Well, that's nice. You're one of the very few who actually says nice things. No, that's a joke. Mostly it's nice on the channel. Hey, Antonia, thank you so much for being a part of the season so far. And thanks for calling. And I hope everything's good with your mum.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, let's grab another call because I think maybe Jill wants to have a chat. So we'll see if Jill wants to have a chat. And then that might be it for the big old show. Remember, the number is there. You can message me anytime. You might see Jill from Chicago. Her chitty chats pop up and also her comments pop up under videos a lot. I do see them.
Hello.
Hey, Jill. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you, Jill. So, Jill, you're from Chicago. The clue is in the title.
Yep.
And you are a watcher, a religious watcher of MAFS. How many seasons have you been a part of the Sweet Baby Angel cult now?
Of yours since you were in the blue booth.
Oh, shit. A while.
Yeah, since you were in the old blue booth.
Wow, since the start.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
God.
love it. Love it.
Jill, any thoughts for this week? I see that you sent me a message and it had something to do with
'cause I was
Gia and
having-
Lisa
I was-
Vanderpump.
I think it was a total Lisa Vanderpump move.
Yeah.
And Juliette fell right into the trap and delivered the text messages and did the dirty work for her. Even
For
though she
people
got
who
busted.
don't know, Lisa Vanderpump on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills was excellent at not only tipping off the press about things from the other cast members, but also she was very good at manipulating one particular housemate. Well, there's a bunch, but Brandy was the big one, I think.
Yes.
She got Brandy to
And sometimes-
pretty much do
and
anything.
sometimes Lisa Rinna.
Oh yeah, Rinna. But Rinna also loved being messy,
Yeah.
which is why I loved Rinna.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But it totally reminded me of that. Like she sent it on like she had nothing to do with it, and then Juliette gave her delivered the poison blow to the group. So it totally gave me Lisa Vanderpump vibes. But
Wow.
Gia's terrible. She's got to go, and she's got to get over herself because she is not as great and all that like she thinks she is.
Yeah, look, there's parts of me that feel bad for both Beck and Gia because you can see that insecurity is driving a lot of it. Obviously, Gia
for sure.
is just being, she's being so much worse than Beck in the way of like manipulating. Beck's just not as good at it. I guess she didn't start in high school as early.
No, but yeah, definitely a lot of insecurities. Which is sad, but it's just too much.
It is too much. Jill, thank you so much for being an SBA for so long since the bitchy blue booth. I really do appreciate all of your support.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for calling.
That's all right. Call anytime. All right, I've got some super chats that I've got to get to.
Super chat.
Which I have to say thank you. I have to say thank you to Christy. Christy, who I had a chat to last week, I think. Gia, master manipulator. Like I indicated last week, felt sad for Scott. He looked devo. Chris, just yuck. Love Sam. He's lovely. Still not convinced. Steve's into Rachel. Love the show. Wilko. Thank you very much for the super chat. Really do appreciate it.
Super chat.
And there was also another little super chat sent through using the link in the chat, which came from Melinda. Thank you very much, Melinda. I really do appreciate everyone's support. Now, here they are. Oh, the glorious finger bangs. No, they're called Scotch finger bangs, guys. Come on. Let's get it trending. Scotch finger tang. I guess if you... Nope. Nope. If you have a filthy mind, you'd get it, but I'm not going to say it because someone will flag the video. Okay, members. I'm going to put together a little pack for you. It will include a shirt of your choosing. It will include a tote bag with a design that you want on it from the Sweet Baby Angel Cult, and also this packet of Scotch finger bangs. And we've also I've got everyone's names. I did that today. I'm going to draw it. I'm going to draw it at the end of the Commit Me episode, which is the very next episode. And the members, I'll draw that separately and I'll put that up in the members chat. If you don't know if you're a member, there's a whole chat on the page just for you. So go there and I'm going to draw it and you'll see it in the next video. But I've got it took me so long to go through the chat and get everyone's names, which is great, which means everyone wrote Scotch finger bang, which I loved. But I tell you what a prize. It took me so long to get them in the chat. Scrolling through a chat, copy, paste. No, there's no easier way to do it. All right, it is almost time for a Commit Me, another MAFS. Thank you very much to everybody who supports the channel. Also, you can message me anytime with your thoughts, feelings, if you're watching any other shows. Maybe you've got some internet pop culture drama that you're involved in. All those things, you can send them through because MAFS is going to end soon, but your boy's still going to be here and we're still going to have to do some stuff. Before I go, I must say the magic words, but you left.
You left.